Yes, sir. That was my good friend Deanna Gale doing a holiday drop for me. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody who's done season's greetings and holiday drops. And we're going to have to get the Assemblywoman-elect to record one before she leaves, too. I don't know if she can sing, but she can at least say Happy Holidays from Maureen Rowan. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and no, I cannot sing.
Okay.
So.
Ready for Thanksgiving?
I'm pretty ready.
Okay. What do you got on? What do you got on the stove this year?
Well, I'm having about 9 people for dinner at my house, but
right.
as I told you when we were off air this year, I have purchased most of the food pre-made,
Well,
and I'm not.
Tell everybody.
I'm not embarrassed by that. I'm not embarrassed. I'm going to make some things. My friends are going to bring other things. I'm not embarrassed at all. If you don't have the time, I would highly recommend it.
Is it more like a Friendsgiving or a family thing or a mixture of both?
Friendsgiving.
Mixture of both. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad people started doing Friendsgiving because there are so many people without families, especially if you're a transplant to another city. I remember in the 70s and 80s, people were, in places like New York, they were just spending Christmas in their house, or if it was open, I'm gonna say something that you probably don't even remember. Automat.
Yes, the Horn and Hardars.
You remember the Automat?
Yes, I've heard of them.
You've heard of them.
I've heard.
But how sad would that be having to go to Automat for
Horn and Hardars
for Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner? Yeah. So I'm glad people started doing Friendsgivings, and I really am glad that it expanded to the point to where people would actually start inviting people they don't even know that well. Like if you don't have, I know a couple people even put it up on Facebook. If you don't have a place to come for Thanksgiving dinner, you can come by my house. Just let me know.
Yes, lovely. Yes, and mine is a Friendsgiving. I mean, I have a big family. I'm one of 8 children, but we're all over the country.
Okay.
So it's hard to get us all together. So my friends are coming.
Yeah.
So.
I will tell you this. I'm not at the Friendsgiving point now, but I can remember not 20 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago, being at Thanksgiving dinner, and my father was still here, my uncles and a lot of my aunts were still there, the cousins, and we all crammed up in this house. Mm-hmm. And when I was younger, being crammed up with my cousins and my uncles used to make me god awful sick. Mm-hmm. But I was old enough then to say, it's not going to be like that forever. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it's not like that now. Many of them have passed away. And it's just hard for even the ones who are still here. Some of the older folks don't get around so well anymore. So I'm grateful for family and friends.
Yes.
And the kindness that the season brings.
Yes.
So. All right, so we're here with Maureen Rowan. I guess you didn't think I was like the interview would be this far all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm up for anything.
There you go. So we're talking to the Assemblywoman-elect. She gets sworn in.
Sworn at, maybe sworn at too.
Sworn in January 13th. And is that going to be in Trenton?
It's going to be in Trenton.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, are you going to move to Trenton, or are you going to?
No, because
the
position does not require a full-time appearance in Trenton, so I'm going to stay in Atlantic City.
Okay.
And go there to Trenton as needed. It's not that bad of a ride. I wish there was public transportation, but I don't think there's an easy way to get here from Atlantic City.
Did I ask you about public transportation when you were here before?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a strong believer in public transportation. I think I may have mentioned the last time I was here that during my career I represented Amtrak and New Jersey Transit, so I'm a big proponent of public transportation. And this area we need more. I wish there was more.
Well,
that could be what I know. I'm going to wear, especially in New Jersey Transit, so that's something I can work on to try to implement better public transportation in this area.
Yeah, last I checked, it was a headache just getting a bus from Atlantic City to Newark, which is crazy because Newark's like the biggest city in our state.
Right.
And I can't get a bus from Atlantic City or one bus a day or something like that. It's crazy.
I know, we have to improve that, absolutely.
Definitely. And we need, Atlantic City should have high speed or higher speed transportation. But yeah, I'll let you get in office first.
Yes, give me a chance first.
I know
Put it
some
on
of
your
my friends are
wish list.
listening and they're like, can she get sworn in first, man? You just pushing the gas right off the bat. But one of the reasons why I am pushing the gas is because we've already had 8 years of Democratic governance, and so I definitely don't have a problem with Murphy, and I acknowledge the things that he has done, but there are some people who feel like you could have done a little bit more. But before I get to that, let me get to the question I started off before we took that little song break. I met more than a few people. Shout out to Charles Goodman, who works with the NAACP youth branch in Atlantic City, and he had a number of young ladies and men who were voting for the first time in this particular election. I'm just going to say, how do you look at the young voter? I can give you a list of what some of their unique problems are, but how do you see the 21 and under voter and the prospect for those 21 and under here in South Jersey?
Well, they're facing the same crisis that not everyone, but most people in the state are facing with the affordability, with the cost of higher education. So the cost of higher education is probably unique to the younger people. But I think we have to encourage the younger people to get more involved in the political system. So when they look around, they don't see anybody like them, either not many people like them, color-wise, age-wise. I think that is probably the most important thing. Younger people should be encouraged to run. There should be outreach to younger people to run for office so that they can experience firsthand what they can do for their community through holding public office. And I don't think there has been enough or any outreach to the younger generation to actually hold political office. Regardless of what you think of the mayor-elect in New York City, I mean, he's only 34 years old. That's amazing. Young people can look at him and say, maybe I could do that. I think we need more young people seeking public office.
Wow. Okay. I definitely couldn't disagree with you as far as that's concerned, especially because when they look around, they don't see people their age, and so I would say a lot of times that they decide to just not participate in the political process because they feel they don't have a stake in it, and nobody cares about their particular problems. I have a friend who I asked him about, he graduated from Stockton, and I asked him about starting a family. He laughed in my face, and he was like, start a family? There's no way I could start a family. I mean, it was literally, he literally said it was impossible for him to responsibly start a family because he had no way to feed, to feed or house them. So, I mean, what can be done? What are some of the answers? Do we know all the questions?
I don't think we know all the questions, and I think one of the positive aspects are getting young people more involved. We have to hear from them directly to offer some possible solutions. It's one thing to stand up on high and say, do this, do that, but you have to hear from the people being directly affected. And as an assembly person, I'm going to hold town halls. I want to hear from the community members, all community members, but particularly young people. They're our future. We have to hear from them. We have to listen to them. We have to hear their problems and their possible solutions. We just can't lecture at them.
Right. And again, I'm taking into account that you haven't had a chance to take office yet. And trust me, when Guardian gets here, the questions are going to be even harder because he's been in office for a while. But do you have anything that you can unpack or start passing around or working with your fellow assemblymen day one to address energy affordability, school affordability, daycare? When I don't have any kids, but when I found out what people pay for daycare, I was like, oh my God!
So the energy, that's probably one of the biggest problems facing people right now, because there's not enough energy being produced, and
Right.
these data centers, these AI data centers are using so much of the energy.
Right.
One proposal I think I mentioned at the debate was having these AI data centers being responsible for at least the production of their own energy. Like put some solar panels on their roof. Go near, perhaps, like they have these modular nuclear reactors. They should be responsible for some production of their own energy, because it's the amount of energy that they're using that's one of the reasons the energy prices are going so high. So
Right.
that's one thing I would like to advance. We have to address this question. Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill has indicated that she would declare a state of emergency with regards to the energy. And I think that's a great idea, but you can't have a state of emergency during her whole 4 years, so we have to look at solutions. And that would be one of my solutions. Solar and wind, I know wind is somewhat of a dirty word, that there's been such opposition, but it's my understanding that right now solar and wind are the cheapest forms of energy that you can get. So at least we could focus on solar. The Governor Murphy signed not that long ago a bill allowing manufacturing credits to people that come in to Atlantic County and want to start a manufacturing operation. We could have a manufacturing operation for solar panels. So not only we would be dealing with the energy crisis, and then we would also be bringing jobs to the area. So that is one of my ideas. But the energy is a very difficult problem which has to be dealt with. I think that's of immediate need.
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Light. We are underwritten by AtlanticCityFocus.com. We are so grateful to have the one and only Maureen Rowan in for her first and probably final interview after winning the election. I'm joking around because I'm hitting her a little bit harder with questions than when she was just running for office. I have a lot of fun here on this show, but even though I'm not an elected official per se, there are a lot of people who listen to this show, and I am responsible for voicing their opinions and concerns when I have on elected officials. So no matter how tough of a question I ask you, I still love you.
Thank you. That's nice to know.
You brought some toys with you for our toy drive.
Yes.
how about that?
Yes.
So,
I do.
okay, so here's something good.
That is.
All of the news isn't negative and
Right,
dour.
right.
Pull some stuff out that bag. Tell us what you got us.
Okay,
Right.
some are from me and some are from my friend who graciously. So here's a game, Connect, a board
Connect
game.
4.
I hope kids still play board games.
That may not make it to the kids, actually. I love Connect 4.
Oh, Lego, because
Pretty sneaky, sis.
I understand kids love Lego.
Yep.
And
That's
these are from my friend. So,
okay,
look,
so you got the Lego and you have the Connect
board
4.
game.
That's the DJ bribe. What you get for the kids?
This is, look, you might like this too. This is a little electronic keyboard.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
friend Lynn donated that.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's going to keep some parents up late.
this is tiles. She donated this too.
Okay.
So, Picasso creativity. So there you
Cool.
go. We have a good range of things.
Thank you. And I'll be taking them over to Beat the Daily Grind, where one of our toy boxes are. We also have a toy box at Miller Chiropractic for Toys for Tots. So, and we also want to let you know, if you are a parent or someone who needs a toy for your organization, you can actually go to Beat the Daily Grind and pick up a toy if you need to. So I want to send a shout out to Mandy, the chef, and all the good people over at Beat the Daily Grind for helping us with our toy drive. And I believe December 13th, I'll be DJing the Christmas party at the Family Success Center in Pleasantville, and they'll be doing the toy giveaway there. So toy drive is going full strength this year, and thank you to everybody who thought it was a good idea to contribute and to be a part. We are here with Assembly-elect Maureen Rowan, talking about her upcoming stint as an Assemblywoman, and what she plans to do once she gets in office, now that she's been elected. Okay, so are you keeping an eye on the 26 elections? There are a couple of I almost said freeholder, but committee seats. They're going to be up for grabs, and I heard that a few people are running against Jeff Van Drew.
Yes, there are at least 3 right now on the Democratic side. Yes, there's going to be a primary. Yes.
Oh, you think he's going to get primary this year?
Oh, not Van Drew.
Oh,
I mean, on
okay.
the Democratic side, 3 people are so far have announced.
You probably can't answer this. Should he be primary?
I really can't answer that, but why not?
That.
I don't know who would do. I don't think anybody would do it. I think that's
right.
the problem. I don't think anybody would do it.
Don Purdy would call here. No,
I can't speak for the Republicans.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye. I think that's a race to keep an eye on, the Democratic primary. There's so far Tim Alexander, Bailey Winder, and Terry Reese have announced.
I haven't met Blairley yet.
Bailey, yes.
Bailey. I like both Terry and Tim. For this particular, I'm generally not a fan of primaries, but for this particular seat and what it would take to unseat Van Drew, I'm here for the primary. I'm here for the primary, but I hope they don't start tearing each other apart, and I'll just leave it at that.
Me too. I am in total agreement with that.
Both Terry and Tim have been here, and I expect that they'll be here, quite a few times between now and June. The primary's in June?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date, but it's in June.
So I expect they'll be here a couple more times. And I'll invite Bailey, he's welcome to come as well. And actually, if you're listening, if you're Democrat or Republican, I always have a seat open for you, especially on Tuesdays, because as a radio station, we're nonpartisan. As a talk show host, I'm nonpartisan as well. And, I ask across the board pretty much the same questions, which leads me to this. Getting back to the what people are calling the November surprise.
Who, me?
Well, not just you, but
Mikey Sherrill by
Michael.
the
Mikey,
yes.
listen, I was worried about Mikey Sherrill as comparison to Jack. Woo! I mean, again, I'm nonpartisan, but and then she won pretty handedly.
She did.
So after Kamala Harris almost lost New Jersey a year ago, right? It wasn't even
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. So so my question is, and I know you can't speak for the Republican Party, but I have to ask you, do you think Donald Trump and his the things that he's been doing and saying and promoting since he's been in office played a part in actually pulling down some of the Republican candidates?
Absolutely. And I can't speak for the Republican Party either, but I think when Jack Ciattarelli embraced Trump wholeheartedly, I don't think it was obvious at the time, but when we saw the results, I think that hurt him. Yes, I think absolutely Trump had an impact on all the elections across the country, of bringing the Republicans down and people taking a new look at the Democratic candidates. I have to admit, I was surprised at the margin that Mikey Sherrill won by. I was really surprised. I was heartened by it, but I was very surprised.
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Light. We're here with Assemblywoman-elect Maureen Rowan, and, congratulations.
Thank you.
I did say congratulations when I saw you at Terry Reese's
Yes.
announcement.
Thank you.
Official announcement.
Thank you.
What was the name of that place? Villas or... I'll be back. That's some of the best pizza.
That was delicious pizza, but it was far away.
It was Buna, but
Buna. It was.
that's some of the best
it was
pizza
delicious.
I've ever had. And they even had deep dish pizza. Right. I haven't seen deep dish pizza off the boardwalk here in a while. So
I went to a delicious pizza place when I was canvassing, and excuse me, I can't remember the name, but it was on Ventnor Avenue, like in the 4000 block.
okay,
It was delicious. They had all different types of like gourmet pizzas. I'm
okay.
going to get back to you with the name because it was delicious.
Oh, so you are going to come back?
Yeah, I'll come back. Why not? I'll come back.
Yeah.
No, it was delicious, but it was different. It was more gourmet. You could get basically any topping on it that you wanted. It was so good.
Right. And that's the other thing, because I generally like my own toppings on my pizza, just to be like plain cheese. I'm telling you, Villa. I'm going to get the name for you when I come back, because that pizza was very excellent. And Terry, I would just say this: if you're listening, several hundred of my friends wanted to attend for the free pizza, and they didn't get a chance to go. So I think you should go and re-announce that you're
That's a good
running.
idea. That's a good idea.
Shout out to Terry. And shout out to Tim and Bailey as well. All the people. And shout out to Jefferson Andrew as well. We're here having a good time with Maureen Rowan. It's a couple days before Thanksgiving. You ready for Christmas?
I guess.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
I celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
I decorate my home for Christmas. But to be honest, I don't give that many gifts anymore. I think everybody, my friends, my family, we've all reached our stage that we really don't need anything.
Isn't that a blessing?
It's a total blessing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a total blessing.
That is something that when I look back on my life, and I'm like, Christmas is coming, and the number one thing on my mind is that I want my friends and family to be close, and I want us to be happy and healthy. but I don't need no more shoes, suits,
Sweaters.
sneakers, sweaters. Uh, I'm really, and I can remember, waiting for Christmas or saying I need to get a computer or a camera or
Right.
something like that for Christmas. It's a blessing to be able
It
to
is a
say
blessing.
I don't need anything.
It
which
is a blessing.
Which is one of the reasons why I started the toy drive. And again, I want to thank you for contributing to that. And shout out to, rest in peace to my dad. Shout out to my mom. Me and my brother never had a bad Christmas. But I do love the holidays.
Yeah, I love the holidays. I love the music. You just play the Christmas music. I love the music, the decorations. I do love Christmas without the gift giving. So
Wow. Okay. Oh,
I'd
so,
rather give to people that need it. But
yeah. How about that? Rest in peace to Pinky Kravitz. I don't know if you ever met him.
I never met him.
Have you heard of him?
Yes, I have.
First of all, he's one of the reasons why I'm in radio. He was a big supporter of me, and we both worked at Atlantic City Weekly together. And he was telling me, I was saying I wanted to do something to give back because Atlantic City has given so much to me as a member of the media. And he showed me the bobblehead that he had. I don't know if you ever seen them,
Yeah.
but he created these bobbleheads in memory of his daughter who had passed away from brain cancer. And so that was his way of using because I joke around a lot, but this platform is very important to me, very important to a lot of people. And he was saying, being that he had this massive platform, that was his way of being able to give back to the people and do something for the community that gives us all of us in the media so much. And so I thought about it. I said, well, what's important to me? And I said, I never had a bad Christmas. So,
To help.
I'll do a toy drive. Now, the one thing I haven't done that I wanted to do yet, I haven't put on the Santa Claus suit and give out toys. I want to do that
You should
before
do that.
before I
You should
get
do
too
that.
old.
Did you know that Atlantic City is having a Christmas parade on December 13th?
I didn't know that, and I was at the last one, and guess who won't be there this year? Not unless it's a very mild day. I did last year on the boardwalk. Are you going to be in the parade this year?
I don't know if I'll be in it, but I'm going to go to it. And there's also going to be a Christmas fair in O'Donnell Park.
Right.
So.
Marty, Sheila, Leslie. Like, I know people who work at City Hall by name, and I know Leslie and Sheila's working on the parade. Would you like to be in the parade, or you don't know yet?
I don't know yet, but
Okay.
sure. If the timing is right, I'm going to have some out of town guests in that weekend. So
Okay. Kelsey Grammer was the Grand Marshal a few years ago.
I don't like him
I tell
anymore.
you what, if
I don't like him anymore.
Okay. Well, I tell you what.
I love Frasier though.
Coffee and scrambled eggs. If you decide that you might want to be in the parade, if you don't already have the contacts, let me know. I'll reach out to some people. Matter of fact, they usually reach out to me and ask me if I know anybody who wants to be in the parade. I need to get a float together and be in the parade one year.
You should do that.
Yeah, shout out to Scott Chronic. I almost rode on his float a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's my guy. You know Scott, right?
I know Scott, yes.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. A lot of people think, like, you get along with Scott. Yeah. I mean,
why
like,
not?
We don't own the radio
Right.
stations.
Why not
Maybe
get
the
along?
owners of the radio stations
Right.
might be this fight, but we're wage earners. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Light, powered by AtlanticCityFocus.com. And we're here with Maureen Rowan, wrapping up our interview. I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making time to come in, because I know, as busy as it was on the campaign trail, now that you're Assembly woman-elect, not only are you going to be busier, I know there are more demands for interviews and people who want to talk to you. Since you've won, what have the voters been saying to you about what they want, or what you can do for them, or what they can do for you.
In full disclosure, I really have not had an opportunity to speak to voters directly since I've been elected, because it's like a strange period in between, being an assemblywoman or assembly person elect and being a member of the assembly. So I have not had that much face-to-face contact with voters yet. I've been to various events and things, but they've been more, in celebration. But I've received a lot of positive feedback, and if I could, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the people of Atlantic County who have welcomed me so warmly on the campaign trail, and I've met wonderful people, and I am eternally grateful and humbled by their support. And as I often said on the campaign trail, I won't let you down. But I really am grateful for the support I received in Atlantic County.
I really love your attitude, and I tell you, I can't remember the lady's name right now. I can see her. She wasn't quite your running mate, but she also ran for assembly from Pleasantville.
Right. Joanne Formularo.
Joanne. And speaking with her, she was like, well, if the votes come in my favor, fine. If not, I'll continue to serve the city of Pleasantville. But she did have this attitude that it was worth it to run, because she got to meet so many people across South Jersey that she may not have met, and it was still a positive experience.
It was an incredibly positive experience for me, because I ran in the primary and then in the general election.
Right.
So the amount of people, and people are basically good. Most people are basically good, and I saw that on it.
Me and you might disagree on this.
Well, I'm still holding on to that. That thought has been a little shaken in the last couple years. But let me put it this way. The people in Atlantic County that I met are good people, and were incredibly supportive. And so it was a wonderful experience.
What are your thoughts on, I don't think it'll happen, well, you never know. What are your thoughts on what could or may happen if President Trump decides he wants to send ICE to South Jersey?
I think it's terrible. The excesses that ICE has exhibited is a disgrace. I don't know what will happen. I think Mayor Small will remain strong against any ICE presence in Atlantic City, as I hope the other mayors and township officials will. It's just horrible. Everyone is entitled.
Would you publicly speak out against that?
Absolutely. Everyone is entitled. It's been established. Everyone is entitled to due process. Grabbing people off the street is not due process. Breaking someone's window to get in their car is not due process. And even as a white person, I tell people, at this stage, I don't think anybody is safe, because they're just grabbing people off the street, citizen, non-citizen. Generally, it's people of color, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think people have to realize that.
Yeah,